Hello, what is up? I am so excited to be talking to you about nutrition today. So, you have probably recently gotten access to both the Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset as part of your Fit Club package. And both of these programs have amazing resources that are going to help you navigate through nutrition in a structured but mindful way so that you can start breaking the cycle of the yo-yo dieting that you have been stuck on for so long and really start creating healthy, sustainable habits when it comes to your nutrition. So this is going to be an introductory video to what's in your Beachbody On Demand library for nutrition, what each of the programs is about, and how you can start learning about each of them, dive into a program, get familiar with it, and then start using principles from them both to really go about your nutrition in an aligned, mindful, positive way. So this is about understanding the nutrition behind the foods that you're eating. It is about understanding your overall balance and portions, and it is about creating long-term habits so that you don't have to diet anymore. This is about feeling really confident in the foods that you're eating so that you don't have that morning after food guilt. So if you are ready to dive in and get control of your nutrition in a just really refreshed way, this is going to be an exciting video for you. So first, I'm going to share my screen and we are going to go over, if I can find it. Oh, I don't think it pulled up anymore. Oh, it's there. What the heck? Trying to pull up Beachbody On Demand. Let me see if I can share now. Show all windows. I'm sorry. Okay, there it is. Sharing my screen. We are rocking and rolling now. So this is your Beachbody On Demand homepage. You're going to want to go over to the Programs tab. And as you scroll down in the programs, you're going to come to the Nutrition Center. This is where all of your nutrition information is going to be in one area so that you don't have to go digging through things to find what you want. So the first tab here is your Introduction to Nutrition. This is going to give you a brief overview of each of the programs from the creators themselves. So they are going to talk about what the differences between the programs are, and you can pick from there which program you want to start with. I do encourage diving into one program at first based on the overall goals of each of them. So 2B Mindset is going to be a little more flexible in terms of there's not like a specific number of containers that you are working for towards your macros each day. In 2B Mindset, you are going to be using more of a plated structure. So this is really, really effective if you feel like you just don't have time to measure things out. And if that gets into like too much of a mathematical equation for you, plated is going to simplify it. It's still about your overall portions and filling your plate with the right things in terms of veggies, carbs, and proteins, but it's going to simplify it into a visual on a plate, and it's going to work through your mindset behind nutrition. So I personally don't use the plated method very often. I feel a little more comfortable knowing the structure behind the Ultimate Portion Fix containers, but there are elements of the mindset behind it that are really, really powerful through 2B Mindset. So I do encourage you to explore that as an option, especially if you have been stuck in the counting calories, counting macros, counting points, and you want to get away from counting for a while. 2B Mindset is a great place to start because it's going to break it down into a visual for you. It's also super helpful for when you go out to eat because instead of like feeling that pressure to have the perfect portion, you're just going to look at your plate as a whole and apply the principles from the 2B Mindset plated method and be able to eat out anywhere and feel really good about your choices. So that's what 2B Mindset is all about. Ultimate Portion Fix is going to feel a little more structured, and it's going to give you a certain number of containers to eat on a daily basis. So I personally like this because I find flexibility in being able to rearrange my containers throughout the day however I want. So if I want to eat carbs in the morning, great. If I want to eat carbs with dinner, great. If I want to structure fruits as my snacks, great. Like, I feel like there's more flexibility within having a structured approach, but that's also because I've done 2B mindset and have adopted some of the mindset principles in that, and I apply it to my containers. So if I finish my containers for the day and I'm feeling like I'm still hungry, I go back to my 2B mindset approach of going for more veggies, and that it's okay to eat more veggies and fruits and fill myself with more of those. But I start with the structure of the containers because that keeps me on track. I also notice that if I go completely off the rail and don't use either of these approaches, I tend to not eat enough. So using the containers helps me monitor that I'm eating enough throughout the day, and then I'm not ignoring my nutrition all day and then feeling like I need to fill my belly at night because I'm actually really hungry, or just like winging it. So having a structured approach either through the Plate It method or the Ultimate Portion Fix is going to give you some confidence that the foods you're eating align with your goals, but it's also going to give you a lot of flexibility in terms of you get to pick the foods that you put in your containers on your plate. It doesn't matter. You are in control. Also, with both of these programs, I personally look at them as the 80% solution. So I try to eat in line with a nutrition program, me personally, with my containers. I keep that in mind for about 80% of my meals, 80% of my week. I will keep in mind the overall mindset principles, but when I have a treat, I don't call them cheats, and that is something that I got from 2B Mindset. They are treats, not cheats. When I have those fun meals, I enjoy it, I'm present in the moment, and then I move on. It does not become a downward spiral. And oftentimes when I use that approach, which is a 2B Mindset principle, when I use that alongside my containers, I realize that it's not that far outside of my containers, and that gives me even more confidence to enjoy the heck out of the ice cream or pizza or whatever, and then just get back on track the next meal. Like, there is no pressure to be perfect with either of these. And if you feel that pressure on yourself, I encourage you to kind of like take a step back and just reflect as to why. You want to address your relationship with food first, and then the types of foods that you're eating second. And that's where the 2B Mindset principles can be really powerful, even if you decide to follow the structure of the portion control containers like I do. So I hope that difference makes sense, and I hope that approach makes sense to applying it in a really flexible way. So start with this introduction to nutrition, going through listening to what the 2B Mindset and the Ultimate Portion Fix is about from the creators themselves, and then you can take it or leave it for my personal approach to using them both. Okay. There's learn more about each of them. Okay, we are going to go back. This is where it gets fun. There are so many hidden gems here in the library that you are going to want to take advantage of. So if you have recently gotten access to these programs through your Fit Club purchase or through your Fit Club upgrade, you are going to see that you have access to both 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix right here. So this is where you're going to dive into the program, each program themselves. They each come with a calendar so that you can gradually watch the videos and not feel like you have to binge them all to even get started. So Alana is the 2B Mindset creator. She has your Getting Started Right guide and all of the trackers that are going to help you get started. Each of the programs comes with a food list, and it can be really easy to look at that list as like this is what I'm allowed to eat, and anything not on the list is off the table. But I want to encourage you, regardless of which program you're doing, these are just guides. Like, it is simply a guide for nutrition. And it's not an all or nothing that you have to eat everything on this list or you can't eat anything that's not on the list. This is a place of, if you want to start establishing healthier eating choices, these food lists are a great place to start, but that does not mean that it's all in or all out. It's just a place to start from. And like she says right here on the screen, the 2B mindset doesn't tell you what you should eat. It helps you create your meals from a lot of yummy, delicious, nutritious choices and building from there. But if you want the cake, you want the ice cream, enjoy it. Like, eat it, enjoy it, and move on, because being present in the moment and enjoying what you're eating is most important. And your nutrition choices are going to start supporting that the more and more that you get into that mindset. So it goes through your getting started. Oops, go a little higher. Both of the programs are structured with videos. This is a really fun way to learn from the creators themselves because they are the experts. Alana is a nutritionist who has gone through an amazing weight loss journey herself, and she has a lot of experience from both her personal and her coaching others through her nutritionist background. She can really speak to a lot of the things that we have questions about. So this is all about learning the 2B mindset. It takes you through the plated system for each meal. And this makeover your mindset, that's a great video to watch regardless of which program you decide to start with. I would really encourage you to go dive into the mindset video here in the 2B mindset. It is going to take you through everything. There's an eating out guide. There's a enjoying takeout food. There's parties. Like, she is going to take you through so many, I didn't mean to click into that. She's going to take you through so many real life examples where she's going to teach you how to apply the principles from this into your life. One of her principles is have water on you like all the time. Water first, veggies most. You'll learn that in the program. You also have your program materials. So I want to say there's a calendar in here. Let's take it. Oh, this looks like a really awesome, hey, where'd you go? This looks like a really awesome guide to just the overall principles of the 2B mindset. So this is really helpful if you just want to learn high level, reading about it instead of watching videos. Start here. There is so much in here. Oh my gosh. Here, that plated system that I was talking about, this is where it's going to go into how your breakfast list, your lunch, your snacks, your dinners. I personally struggled with this consistently because I felt a lot of pressure to not eat carbs at dinner. And while there is science behind it that she talks about, I like to have the flexibility to eat carbs whenever. So I personally use this when I go out, but I don't use it on a daily basis. And that's kind of why I lean more towards the ultimate portion fix. But I do drink my water first. I do focus on getting veggies most at a meal. So there's a lot of principles from it that are super helpful in just establishing healthy eating habits. But the relationship of foods for me and wanting the flexibility to eat what I want when I want, I find that flexibility more in the 2B or in the ultimate portion fix. I really think somewhere in here there is a calendar about how to go about the videos. If not, just watch them in order. Don't feel pressure to watch them all in one day. And just kind of build from there. It really should not feel like you have to learn everything. You're not going to be tested. It's not a course, but it's a learning opportunity to think about foods differently. And that's really powerful. She's also got a lot of FAQs in here. So if you have specifics that you want to know about, dive in. She has this whole section on pregnancy, which I know a lot of my current challengers are either breastfeeding or pregnant. I have followed these principles both while breastfeeding and pregnant. So there's a lot that will answer your questions right in here. And as always, if you have any specific questions, reach out and let me know. I'm happy to help you navigate through it. And I get excited to learn more when I get new questions. So one other thing I wanted to show in here, both programs are going to have a recipe section, which is really, really awesome. So you'll learn what all of like these little color codes mean, but there are a lot of recipes in Beachbody On Demand overall, but you kind of have to go digging through them. So I just want to show you that this is where one of the areas is. So they are building up this part of the library. And then if we go back to programs, if you look in any one particular area, it can look like there's not a lot of options, but when you learn where all of them are, you start realizing that there's a lot of food options. Okay, so with the To Be mindset, with your package, you also should get a month subscription to the Mindset membership and the monthly fix, which these are both monthly memberships. You pay just one price for them both. You get it for your first month as part of your initial package, and then it is an automatic subscription that you can choose to continue or cancel, but I want to show you what's in them. So we'll start with the To Be mindset membership first, because we just talked about To Be mindset. So she is going to put up a monthly video series each month where it's talking about a certain topic, answering more specific questions, doing one-on-ones, and it's just a really good place to lean in if you need that like continued motivation and continued, like, it's not a learn everything and apply it for life. It is a continual learning process and understanding yourself and nutrition more and just continuing that growth journey. This is a really powerful membership. My personal favorite about these, oh, it's cool. I didn't know there was audio, so you could pull it up on your phone and not even have to watch. Good for listening to in the car or something. I'm pretty sure there's recipes in here. Yes, recipe videos. So every month they are adding new recipes to this section, so to the memberships, and you're gonna have it, there's recipes coming up on both the monthly mindset membership as well as the monthly fix. And that is where like the magic is, because there's always new options. I know it's really easy to get to like feel like eating healthy is boring, and these libraries like give you so many options. Between this and Pinterest, like if you're ever bored eating, we've got to have a chat, because I can't even like figure out enough time to make all these different meals because there's just so many. So I don't want to hear that you are bored with healthy eating, because there are ways to freshen it up. I tend to be a really boring eater because I'm a lazy cook, so I do roasted veggies and I just throw it with my protein that we have leftovers of, and then my carbs generally are potatoes or rice, but hey, there are options if you want them. So there are so many different recipes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, veggie sides, like holy moly, I struggle with fitting in more veggies, but when you can add them as sides like this, so that's just a really amazing resource that I wanted to make sure you knew about. Let's see what's in the resources tab. Oh, that's cool. A worksheet specific for pregnancy and postpartum. That's awesome. Example meal plans for both regular, non-restrictive diets as well as vegan. And I say restrictive diets. I only look at vegan as a restrictive diet because of the choice not to eat meats or animal products, and that's totally cool. I don't look at it as a restriction in terms of counting calories or restricting there. So breastfeeding meal plan, let's take a look at this. I am currently almost 9 months into my breastfeeding journey with Sophia, excuse me. How cool. So she's structured an example meal plan. And what you can do with these, like I have never once pulled up a meal plan and followed it to a T, but I use it as an example of okay, these are the types of foods that I'm gonna put in for these types of meals, and it helps me structure that. I also tend to meal plan for like 2 to 3 days at a time and then do it again. Because if I plan out my entire week by Friday, I am bored, and that's when I tend to fall off track. But if I concentrate on like Monday through Thursday and then Friday through Sunday, that's a way for me to kind of plan meals a few days at a time. And I do a lot of like make it in bulk and then leftovers. I know there's some people out there who aren't a fan of leftovers. I am, because like I said before, I'm a lazy cook. Okay, let's go back. So I think that covers everything that I wanted to show you in 2B Mindset. There's a lot there. Dive through it, see what you enjoy. Now let's talk about Ultimate Portion Fix. So the slogan of Ultimate Portion Fix is you fix your portions, you fix your life. That might be a stretch for everything, but I do think it's really powerful because it shows you a lot about how much food you can actually eat. And you are likely under eating the good foods and overeating the fun foods, and you need to find some balance. And if you are somebody who's looking for balance, Ultimate Portion Fix to me helps find that balance, because it is giving you structure, but within that structure there is so much flexibility because you get to choose what you're filling your containers with. Like I said, as we were going through some of the 2B stuff, they do have food lists. Okay, let's find it here. Program materials. She is going to have a food list that has like Fix approved foods. I look at that as a guide. Like if you are training for a bodybuilding competition and you need to be more strict, get it. But like overall, we're in this for healthy living, and I look at the containers as the guide, but I get to choose what goes in them. And the food list, wherever it is, the food list is really just a guide. And it's got like the cleanest options on there, but I don't worry about that specifically. If I want to put mac and cheese in my yellow container, I count it as a yellow and a blue because it's a carb and a fat. And to me, that makes me happy. So knowing that I can fit my mac and cheese right into my meal plan, I don't worry about if all of the ingredients are approved or not. I eat it. Bagels, probably not on the list, but for me, it's a yellow. So I choose to look at it a little more high level. I don't stress about the specifics. So yeah, here's that food list. It is structured so like the higher something is on the list, the like more nutritious the selection is. And that's how I look at it. It's picking enough nutritious selections while also having the flexibility to have the fun foods right in a way that fits my plan, my container system. So you're gonna have your approved list. That's just a guide. Don't stress about it. Enjoy your freaking foods because you should enjoy eating, and eating should be enjoyable and not complicated. So you are gonna want, one of the things about this system is it's going to give you a little more structure. So if you feel like the plated system is going to be a free-for-all and you're going to use it as an excuse to eat whatever, even if the portion's like right on your plate, if you feel like that's going to be too flexible and you're gonna stress out about, am I really eating enough or whatever, Ultimate Portion Fix is a really good way to go. First, you're going to calculate your calorie target. This is the only time that I pay attention to calories, is by finding the overall plan I should be eating in. If you are pregnant or working out, or if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, there is another calculation somewhere. We'll find that. But you go through this. If you are doing one of the fitness programs, you're going to want to make sure that you're doing this one that says if you're working out, because that's going to make sure that you're adding enough calories to account for the workouts that you're doing, which is generally about 300 to 400. I don't concentrate on the specifics, and I like that the Ultimate Portion Fix gives you a caloric baseline and a target, but then it's going to plug into these container plans. And this is where I get excited because it's going to give you a range. And if you are on the edge of a range, I encourage bumping up because I prefer you eat more food and still get the results. And if you do a plan for 3 or more weeks and you're not seeing the movement that you want, or if you're not seeing any movement, I will say that you need to be a little patient, and you should not expect to follow any of the plans that are prescribed and see like a drop of 10 pounds in a week. And if that's your expectation, we need to have a chat because that's not realistic. This is designed to help you lose that healthy 1 to 2 pounds a week over time. So these are really powerful. I don't want you to be prescribed Plan C, eat on that for a week, only see yourself lose a pound, freak out, and drop down to A, because that's what's going to destroy your metabolism. Using the Ultimate Portion Fix, you need to make sure that you're eating enough. And this is a way to help you make sure that you're eating enough of the right balance of foods. And that's where I find it really helpful in my life. So I think I'm personally in Plan C right now because of the breastfeeding, working out, and all the things. This is like a lot of food. Like, I was talking with one of my friends last night. She started following the container system recently, and she's like, I can't even believe how much food it is. Like, if you use this and start mapping out, that's the feedback I get the most. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I could eat all of this. And because you're eating it in a approved, balanced way, it's gonna fill you up, but like, it's a really amazing program for that. So you're gonna get containers with your program. Use them for a little bit to figure out the structure. I don't measure out every single meal now because I've gotten comfortable with where my targets are, but I do have that mental checklist of like, I need 5 veggies in a day, and I just strive to get there. So this is really helpful if you are somebody who needs some structure to stay on track and make sure that you're eating enough of the right things. Okay, so that is within module 3. I am positive that this one has a calendar that goes along with it. Sometimes you can buy Ultimate Portion Fix by itself, and it comes with the 21-day fix. That's what the workouts is, but you have access to that as part of your Beachbody On Demand library anyhow. Some example meal plans, the foundations of Fix. So this is where she's going to talk you through the program and the why behind it. So the why behind it for both 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix is really powerful. Like, she talks about what does balanced macronutrients look like why you really shouldn't cut carbs. Like, all macros serve a purpose, and this is a simplified way to do it without having to count calories and weigh foods and do all that craziness that's going to stress you out. Food addiction, knowing your why, she's going to walk you through each of these things. Pick your path. This gets a little more specific. I've talked to some people who love a time nutrition approach, which basically says eat this groups of foods at about this time of day to keep yourself eating throughout the day. I can't stay on that much of a schedule, so I do the foundational fix, but there are some other options if you want to get fancy or if you're working towards a more specific goal. How to use your containers, following your range, meal prepping. Meal prepping is a powerful tool in both of these programs. I've heard feedback that it feels more like a mandatory thing for Portion Fix. I don't view it as that personally. I look at it like I do kind of plan out-ish what I'm going to eat, but I kind of go on that 2 to 3, 4 day planning block, but she's going to walk you through how to do it. I'm happy to talk one-on-one with that too. Family Fix. This is about like creating healthier options of foods that your family loves and figuring out how to help them eat more healthy foods and enjoy it. So that's really exciting. There's a like kid-friendly cookbook in here also. So the lessons are going to be the videos, and then your program materials, that's going to be more of the reading stuff. I tend to do a mix of both. There's some sample meal plans for various programs. The program doesn't matter. Like, use the sample meal plans just as a way to get an idea of how to structure your meals. Like I said before, I don't follow anything specifically. I do use them for ideas. Meal prep so that you're prepped. Some worksheets back in the program materials section. But I wanted to go to Family Fix because that's where you're going to get your 75 healthy ideas for kids. Like, this is brilliant for picky kids, for picky husbands, for picky yous. Like, this is going to give you a lot of like how cute is this? Meatball skewers. And it's going to help you like have another resource in your arsenal to creating really simple family-friendly foods. So I love that recipe book. I'd highly suggest downloading that and using it when you need ideas. I have kids who are not picky and will eat my roasted veggies, no problem. So I haven't had to deal with the pickiness much, but I love that we have this resource, and I love that they're simple. I am not a complicated meal person. If I see that something has more than like 5 steps or 5 ingredients, I tend to freak out a little bit, but that's not here nor there. Okay, so these resources are going to be more focused on the program and not meals themselves, but let's take you to where meals are, more recipes. I might have to create a shorter version of this video also because I realize that this is long, but there's so much in here and I want you to have the most for it. So in the monthly fix, this is very similar to the monthly mindset thing, where each month she is going to come out with different topics that are going to help you just stay focused, concentrate on something new for a month, and it's just a really good way to stay fresh and not feel like you're getting bored. So topics there. Fixate recipes. This is gold. New recipes come out every month so that you're always having new things to try. Oh my gosh, are those cookies? Cheddar Bay donuts. If you're from Maryland, Old Bay, like, what is this? So many good things. So that's where to find some of the recipes. I want to say, yeah, so all the recipes are like in video, but they also have PDFs. So if you don't want to watch a video, but like I pull this up and I see a lot of ingredients and a lot of steps. So I'd have to work up the courage for this one, but that's just me personally. I know I have some ladies who love to cook. This might be fun for you. I use Pinterest a lot because I can see the number of ingredients really quick. Meal prep hack, cooking hack. Pinterest is amazing. But so is all the resources in here. Okay, so like I said, you get access to the monthly fix and the mindset membership together. It is a monthly subscription that you can choose to continue or cancel within your Beachbody or within your Team Beachbody account. Let's see what's in the mindset menu. More recipes. Cinnamon, sugar, chicken, and waffles. Holy moly. I'm gonna save this now. That's not that many ingredients. I could do this one. And how amazing does that sound? Like, So more recipes in here. She structured it. You'll learn what like the FFC means in the program itself, but like she's structured the recipe section to go by the way she structures the meal so that it's really easy to just choose a recipe and implement it into your day. Spinach and artichoke dip. Like, there are so many good foods in here. One pan dishes. Yes, please. Kid friendly, more, like there's just a lot in here. So those are just specific recipes that are structured along the To Be Mindset Plate It way. Fixate. This has been going for a long time, and it's kind of like a hidden gem within Beachbody On Demand. So I will say that the number of recipes here is a lot higher than the other areas because they've been doing it a while, but like 300 plus recipes. Again, do not tell me that you are bored with eating. We can find you options. So many things structured by meals. Is it gonna let us in? Anyways, you can find 300 plus recipes here. Again, they do like a fun little cooking show or whatever so that it's fun to watch them make it, but every one of them also has that PDF so that you can just pull it up and follow along. Fun stuff. Okay. If you want to pop off now, that is fine. Oh my gosh, banana bread. Like, there are so many foods that you love. There are healthy options of it right here. And they give you the container equivalent so that you can plug it right into your container system and eat it completely guilt-free. I tend to use the containers loosely in terms of if I want a piece of regular banana bread because we're out somewhere and I don't know if it's approved, I eat the damn banana bread and I count it as similar containers here. I might even consider it like a carb and a half or whatever. I don't stress about it. I look at it as a general guide so that I can feel good about the foods that I'm eating. But if you want to be like 100% on at any time, but still have fun with your foods, or just find healthier ways to make the foods you love anyhow, regardless of the container system, this is an amazing resource. Like, this is not that many ingredients either. I might keep this up because I think we have a couple bananas over there. Anyhow, if you want to pop off now, not a big deal. I am clearly getting sidetracked, but I did want to pull up Pinterest as well and just show you how I search for healthier meals that oftentimes come with a container. Like, they oftentimes have container equivalents. Beachbody does put the disclaimer out that, you know, random recipes on the internet that aren't through the Fixate or through the Beachbody On Demand library, they can't validate that the containers are perfect, but I'm not here for perfection. I'm here about sustainable. And for me to have an ish, like if you go over by a carb or two because you're following a meal, it's not going to matter. Like, your long-term progress, a couple containers isn't going to affect that. So just like releasing that pressure and then having fun with your food is the way to go. So, and then like I said, I know that like when I go into a fun meal, a treat meal, I fall back to that To Be mindset of I'm going to enjoy it and be 100% here for it. And then I'm going to move on and be right back on my containers because that's the balance for me. So I would look, if you're looking at Pinterest, you look for Fixate recipes or Fix approved, and then put in whatever you're looking for. So chocolate chip cookies. 21-day Fix approved chocolate chip cookies. Like, that's as easy as it is to find the foods that you love in healthier versions. So how easy was that? I mean, these ones look good. So I just pick them and I choose and I have fun from there. Fix approved. What else do we want to look? I was thinking brownies because I just think about dessert a lot, obviously. 21-day fix pumpkin brownies. 80-day obsession, that's another good buzzword, but if you look at Fixate or Fix Approved on Pinterest and then plug in whatever you're looking for afterwards, you're likely going to get some options. And like, let's go into this and just see. Obviously, I haven't looked through every website out there that has Fixate approved recipes, but a lot of them are run by other Beachbody on demand coaches or members, and they have also learned the system. So when they, 21-day fix counts, 1 brownie equals 1 yellow treat swap. P.S. I don't believe in the treat swaps. I believe that it's yellow whenever you want it to be a yellow, and you don't have to swap out anything. That's my personal belief. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here. Maybe. So I am very, very flexible with my nutrition because I don't like dieting. I don't like the feel of dieting. I don't like the restriction of dieting. I like to eat my foods and enjoy what I'm eating. And this is how I do it. Like, I take the principles from the 2B mindset, apply it to my structured approach with Ultimate Portion Fix, and then I have fun with the foods I make, and I don't stress about it if it's not completely on the approved food list. Like, it's there as a general guideline. I am here to lose weight sustainably, slowly over time with the lifestyle. I am here for the long-term lifestyle. I am here for my kids enjoying all foods. I am here for just having that healthier relationship with food, because being stuck in that diet yo-yo cycle for too long was not a healthy place for me. And I am all about eating as much food as possible while still achieving my goals, whether that's weight loss or muscle gain or anything like that. You can align your eating to your goals and be flexible within it. And that's what this is all about. I am so excited for your journey. Thanks for hanging out with me. I am so sorry this was so long, but I hope it was helpful, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.